meet with the Harry Potter fans and seeing, people that have had children that are now bringing their children on. So I think 19 years later, in my eyes, is kind of the next generation, the future generation, and to know that I've been a part of something that is being passed down to the next generation within the family just makes it that even more special. And as I say, to know that when I am gone, I will always remain because of the wonderful world of Harry Potter, even 19 years on, is quite special.
19 years later, what does that mean to me? Well, I'm still dressing up in silly clothes, putting on funny voices for a living, so not that much has changed there. 19 years ago, I met a very sweet little boy, wide-eyed little boy who'd do everything I told him. That's not quite the same anymore, but watching you turn into a teenager and not be as difficult as my teenage kids have been, and most teenagers are, and still be delightful, and then be a young man, this kind of free-spirited artist, wandering vagabond, finding your way in the world, still incredibly sweetly, and now being a man. Sorry, Tom, you are in fact a man now. There's no new stage that's going to happen. You're just going to be an older man. Has been one of the great pleasures that I got from Harry Potter. Just the professional and the personal, but the personal is about us. And, I love you, son. You've got a real dad who is fabulous. You love him too, but, in a parallel world, I've taken enormous pleasure and pride in watching you and in our continuing relationship. So there's that. And then there's this weird thing, which is acting is a very odd, selfish business. When people come up and say, thank you for doing something, I'm slightly bewildered by it, because I do it because it's fun, first of all, I suppose, and then also it fulfills some need, acting. I like the doing of it. I like the walking in other people's shoes. I like the imagining, lives not lived, to try and understand, decode human beings, but not with Potter. With Potter, it was great. It was, there were enormous pleasures in making it, but wow, the after effects, the numbers of people for whom those stories have had such powerful, profound, positive impact, for whom those themes of friendship and loyalty and morality have really provided them a life raft in very choppy waters and even saved their lives. Who knew? Who would have expected that? And that I continue to meet them, with you often, travelling the world, meeting people through these stories that we've been a part of, have so radically affected and shaped their lives. It's an incredible privilege. So there's that. What else has happened in 19 years? Well, a lot of Joe's predictions have come true. These forces of darkness have marshalled and taken over large parts of the world. And recently, the last couple of weeks, been some victories for the good guys, which is pretty remarkable. Shafts of light breaking through those dark clouds. And I've had some kids. Those of you who remember Lucius Malfoy from 2002, this is the effect that children have on your face. And I can tell you now, it's worth it. Every single line is worth it. So there, I'm sure I'll think of far more interesting and resonant and quotable things to say as soon as I press stop, which I'm going to do right now. Love you.
Thoughts on that it's been 19 years since the first film was released. Wow, 19 years. That is an insane amount of time. God, that is a long time. I mean, it's not 20 years. That's the big one. But still, it's a long time. And it doesn't feel that long. I can still remember the first scene that we ever filmed. It was in this little town called Goatland, which was literally a town that had a large population of goats. And there was like a little train platform there. And it was actually the last scene of the film we shot. Where we're waving goodbye to everyone, and there was the Hogwarts Express, and Hagrid was in a full kind of giant costume, and I remember, for me, being a huge fan of the books, it really did feel like I was stepping into that world, and it was very overwhelming, and yeah, it's amazing, and I'm just very proud to have been part of something that means so much to so many people, and here's to the next 20 years or 19 years.
Oof.